My warmest greetings and wishes of good health and personal safety to my colleagues from the Department of Energy, PMC officers and staff, led by PM Board Chairman Noel Abubuto and President Oscar Ala, and our Wisdom Compliance Officers and Wisdom Enforcement Officers who are attending this virtual WCO Summit 2020. When the EPIRA or Electric Power Industry Reform Act of 2001 was promulgated, I was the plant manager of Marubeni Energy Services. Those were exciting but confusing times, but not just for the people behind the drafting of this landmark legislation, but to all of us it would directly affect. The objectives of the EPIRA were ambitious and, at the time, far-fetched. It was difficult to wrap our heads around the idea of transforming the power sector into a competitive and dynamic industry. Adding the concept of an electricity spot market was commendable, but outrageous. We must remember this was the middle of 2001. However, the deregulation of the electric power industry opened us up to the fact that, just like any commodity, electricity is dictated by the market forces, with other factors added to make it more interesting, such as political climate, current economy, and even geopolitical affairs. So many things have happened since the EPIRA was signed into law. The deregulation of the electric power industry, the eradication of subsidies, the declaration of the commercial operation of the wholesale electricity spot market, or the WISM, come to mind. I believe that the establishment of the WISM was momentous. It provided mechanism that would reflect the true cost of electricity that would make available proper price signals. But while we have yet to enjoy cheaper electricity prices as consumers, there is no doubt that the existence of the market has provided accurate and reliable price signals, bringing in the much needed investors to venture into the Philippines and creating job opportunities for our growing population. Just when we all thought that wisdom had achieved what it's set to do, the Philippine Electricity Market Corporation, or PEMC, changed the industry landscape when it transferred the management of the daily operations of the power boards to the Independent Electricity Market Operator of the Philippines, or the IMOP, a little over 2 years ago. The wisdom is about competition that leads to efficiency. For over a decade, the wisdom placed a lot of emphasis on market operations. However, the IMOP, managing market operations, PEMC, has been able to concentrate on strengthening the governance of WISM by promoting a culture of compliance among WISM participants. This is the very reason why we are all here, because all of us uphold the culture of compliance in the WISM. We will stand by the tenets of conformity and obedience to the market rules that govern the wisdom because we believe in it. We believe in doing what is right and what is within the law. I applaud all of you here because you have taken your calling to heart, bringing down the intervals of investigation to a historical minimum in a span of less than 2 years. While some of you may have received some incentive from your respective companies for a job well done, I believe that the reward for all your hard work is reflected in the number of that PAMC's enforcement and compliance office monitors and reports regularly. You all deserve not just a pat on the back, but a resounding applause for a job very well done. I commend the PMC for its efforts to provide knowledge and capacity building initiatives for the WCOs and the WEOs, and for continuously working with us at the DOE to recognize the importance of your roles in your organizations through the proposed WCO accreditation program. This would further assist our WCOs and WEOs attain a higher level of compliance with their obligations in the WISN through establishment of competency standards and continuing learning on market rule developments and regulations. The DOE will study further the current proposal on this to meet the objectives of this program. This pandemic has been quite an experience, but it has not stopped you as the WCO and WEO of your organizations, performing your duties and doing it well. I hope that this week-long celebration, the culture of compliance within the market that you strive to uphold, bring you a wealth of knowledge in helping you carry out your functions. Again, we at the DOE wish you well and trust that you remain safe and healthy. Thank you.